Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Shadow Stitch Plays, and today we are going to be looking at a very interesting deck that I have thrown together. Shout outs to my buddy Bobby. He inspired this. This is a very interesting deck. It's kind of like a hybrid between a Sableye Lost Box list and a Lost Zone toolbox, like the Greninja kind of lists, and we're kind of mashing them together with some Mirage Gates, some amazing attackers, and the Radiant Charizard and all that fun stuff. This is a very interesting list, as you can see over there on the right. It kind of has a little bit of everything, which is very cool. So, of course, the front man of the deck is the Comfey. 70 HP, doesn't look like much, but has that flower selecting ability. Lets you look at the top two cards, send one of them to the Lost Zone, put one into your hand. Very cool. Great for deck thinning and just getting a bunch of stuff into play, and just letting you churn through your deck and power up that Lost Zone. So the other Lost Zone, traditional Lost Zone card we have here is the Cramorant. Has that Lost Provisions ability. There's four cards in the Lost Zone. You can attack for free. Very cool. 110 damage. Very good early pressure, and lets you just get it out there. Turn 1, turn 2 if you're going first potentially, and just take some nice free early cheesy knockouts potentially. So. As for other attackers here, we have the Radiant Charizard. This has been a staple of the Sableye Charizard kind of Lost Zone deck. Has the Excited Heart ability, works very well with these single price decks. Lets you reduce your attack cost by a colorless for each prize card your opponent has taken. So they're down to 2 prize cards left. You attack for a single fire energy. Very easy power up. 250 damage. Attach choice belt on there. You're swinging 280, which is knocking out pretty much everything in the game. So we have, of course, the Sableye, the end goal, the most broken little bastard in the friggin' TCG. Lost Mine. If there's 10 cards in the Lost Zone, very easy to get there. Trust me. You put 12 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon any way you like. Very crazy. Not very many decks have a way to stop this. Some decks are playing the big Parasol, but not a ton, and you, of course, do have options to get rid of them with that Lost Vacuum. Now, of course, we have some other attackers here. We have the Snorlax, Thumping Snore for 180 damage. The ability doesn't come into effect too much, but that's pretty cool. And then you put yourself to sleep. But usually this guy comes up, takes a big knockout on something that Cramorant potentially hit into first, or even our next attacker, Amazing Rare Raikou. Amazing Rare Raikou is incredible right now because it goes into Lugia very well. With the Choice Band, you can one-shot a Lugia and do another 120 damage to the bench, but mostly one-shotting that Lugia is the main reason that you have in this deck. But, getting that 120 snipe is never a bad idea if they do not have a Manaphy in play, which is very strong. So very crazy attack cost here. Grass, lightning, steel, or metal rather. Very cool, and pretty easy to power up if you got the gates and stuff like that. So, and then our last but not least, we have Zacian, Amazing Rare Zacian, with the amazing sword attack, 150 damage, and if they have a VMAX in play at all, it does 150 more, so 300 damage. Now, why do we have this in here? Well, we have this in here because it helps a lot with lots of like the VMAX matchups. Obviously, we have Kyurem still running around that a lot of people have been playing. You have Vikavolt, which plays the Regieleki VMAX, which usually you're kind of probably be attaching a little bit at a time to it and hoping it doesn't get gusted, but it is an option nonetheless, and is very strong in that matchup. But it also works against Mew. Mew is a very powerful deck right now. Has a pretty decent meta share, which is very strong. So again, with a choice belt on you, you are swinging 330 damage. You're knocking out all of these relevant VMAXs, which is very, very cool. So now, of course, you can, of course, just slot in a Drapion, but I really like the Zacian, so shout out to Bobby for this one. This is his brainchild. I really like the Zacian in this archetype. So, all right, the rest of the deck is fairly straightforward. You have lots of other lost box things. Of course, we have the VIP passes, we have the escape ropes, we have the scoop up nets, we have the switch carts, the lost vacuums, we have, of course, Chorus, and we have Clara. So all of these are pretty staple cards, along with a couple recovery cards like the Energy Recycler and the Ordinary Rod. Pretty staple. We are playing a couple quick ball. You can definitely play some other options. We'll go into a couple other options here in a second, but there's that. So only one air balloon. I found one air balloon is relatively fine. You stick one air balloon down and it does pretty well. We are playing a high count of choice belt because they are very important in this deck. You really want your choice belt for your Charizard, your Raikou, and your amazing rare Zacian in the right kind of matchups. And even swinging 210 with Snorlax with the choice belt is pretty good. And potentially even 140 with Cramorant, even though you don't use it that much for that, but it is there. It is an option. So now we are playing one copy of Raihan, which is very, very cool. Lets us make those discard energies actually work for us potentially, and lets us get any one card, which this is a puzzle deck to end all puzzle decks. So getting that one last piece that we might need from the Raihan is very strong. And then we are playing one copy of Roxanne. It is very easy for us to manipulate the prize trade, and we can throw down this one copy of Roxanne at the perfect time and just get a really, really strong option. So all right, now let's get into the energy. So we have 2 copies each of Grass Energy, Lightning Energy, Metal Energy, and Fire Energy for obviously the corresponding attackers. So Zacian takes the Metal, the Psychic, and the Grass, and of course Raikou takes the Grass, Metal, and Lightning. So this deck it's very important you keep track of your prizes. And of course we are playing 3 copies of the Psychic Energy because it holds a little bit more weight in the deck. You want to be getting your Sableye a little bit more consistently out than some of these other guys in the late game, so that's pretty good. So yeah, this deck is not easy to play. I do not suggest it unless you are willing to put a ton of time into it, but good lord, it is super fun nonetheless. So yeah, but that's the deck list. I think it's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and just take a peek at some other options. So of course you can take out the Radiant Charizard, put in a Radiant Greninja, and give you a little bit of extra draw and extra consistency. I personally really like the Radiant Charizard because it allows us a big nuke and a button that says I get to win the game, so that's pretty cool. All right, we can also tech in a Galarian Zapdos V. This is something we've been messing around with, thinking about. I personally don't like it. I think the deck has enough legs and enough merits on its own. You don't necessarily need this, but it can help in some matchups like Arceus matchups, Hisuian Zoroark, and just it personally to me it feels more like a win more card in those matchups. But there is that. I did mention Drapion. You can definitely play Drapion if you're not super worried about Vikavolt or Kyurem, and Drapion just fills that slot as your Mew check, which is very cool. And it does work as a better Mew check than Zacian does, so that's cool. Fog Crystals are pretty good. Lets you get out your basic Psychic Pokemon and basic Psychic Energy out of the deck. I personally like the Quick Balls because if you miss a couple of your VIP passes early, Quick Balls let you get anything that you need. As for stadiums, you notice we are not playing any stadiums, but you could definitely try to sneak a couple paths to peek in here. Very strong. Just make sure that you, whenever you're getting ready to attack with your Charizard, you get that out of the way so you can take advantage of that. Training Court is another option that I actually really like. I just couldn't really find the space for one, but I'm sure if you can mess around with some of the counts, could be pretty cool. We also are playing No Gusting, so maybe 1 or 2 copies of Boss's Orders or Serena could be very strong. And then we could play a Marnie for some more hand disruption. Typically, these decks don't love being Marnied, but it could be pretty useful sometimes to shuffle some cards back into the deck, so your Mirage Gate plays are a lot more live. So you normally amass a very large hand with this kind of deck, and it could be potentially useful for you to shuffle some things back in. But yeah, that's the deck though. Like I said, it is a very crazy deck. Personally, my favorite inclusion is the amazing Zacian. I just think it was so cool when I saw it on the list Bobby shared with me. And yeah, I think that this card deserves a little bit of love. But anyway, though, that is going to be enough for this. I'm sorry, I've rambled on long, but there's a lot to talk about this list. It is very crazy. Be sure, go check it out on the ladder yourself if you want to. But it's going to take you some time. I'm still not great with it myself, but it's going to take you some time to get used to. But yeah, that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. Alright, so we get an opportunity to go first here. Not too bad. Doesn't look like a bad start at all. Alright, so we see another Lugia. Okay. Get another Lugia, which this deck does pretty well against Lugia. Can definitely swing into Lugia and trade up with the Lugia very well. All right, we can draw. Not too bad. All right, there we go. Lugia, start. Get 2 claws in our opening hand. First things first, we get that. And honestly, I'm fine just laying it on the table. Just saying, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Or we can just get the Manaphy, which I think is a better idea. So, let's see. Let's look at our energies. So we have 2 grass, 2 fire, 2... That we have no steel! Bruh! We have all of our choice belts. Okay, so... We're not exploding out of the gate this turn. This game... So I am fine with just this. Alright, so we can go flower selecting. Boom. Honestly fine with the scoop up net because we have a chorus in hand. This is fine. We can scoop up you, send up you, go for this. Another BIP pass or an air balloon. That's an interesting proposal. I think I would rather go for the air balloon. The air balloon's gonna come in handy a lot more throughout the game. Honestly, we're kind of fine with what we have, because we do have a Cramorant. We can just, there, retreat, and flower selecting again. Let's see what we get. We get a choice belt. I think that's not a bad option. Not a terrible option. And I think I'm fine just holding all of this. Seems pretty good. Alright, so we do get a bunch of cards. We get 3 into the discard on turn 1, or Lost Zone rather, on turn 1. Getting an Aurora Energy. Alright, so very good that we picked out that Manaphy. Very likely they're playing a Raikou, an amazing Raikou of their own. So, interesting. Regigigas. Very interesting. Okay. And they are going for a Read the Wind, throwing away a choice belt. Very good decision on their end. Alright, there is our amazing Raikou. Okay, if only, my friend. Alright, we can flower selecting here. Let's see what we get. We get a scoop up net. It seems pretty good, We can scoop up net you. We can put down you. We can flower selecting yet again. I think the fire is more important because we can actually attack with the Charizard as far as we know. So, put down another one of you. We can Chorus this turn. We can take that. We can take the Switch Cart. We want to take the Lightning Energy still, I think. I think that this is a pretty fine start. So we get 7 in the discard. Dude, if only we had the Steel. If we had the Steel in the deck, we would have been fine. But, alas, the game spited us and said, no, you don't. You don't get that. I do not want to throw away my other grass because there is still an option of us getting Raikou up and running. So, because of that, I am going to switch into you. All right. And I am going to actually go get our Snorlax, I believe. We go get our Snorlax. It could be very strong. Let me look at the board again. We only have 1 grass energy. We have nothing thrown away there, so I think we're going to throw away this psychic energy. I think that's fine. Gives us a potential play with Clara. Let me look at my energy in the deck again. All right, so off of the gate, we want to grab a fire and a psychic, I believe. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're gonna grab a fire and a psychic off of this gate. We're going to put that there. And we're going to say, what are you gonna do about it? And we can even do this, and we can pose a threat. We can spit innocently. 110 into 180 is enough to get a knockout onto a Lugia VStar. So we are perfectly fine. Now, of course, we know we cannot get an attack off with Raikou until at least we take a prize card and potentially get a Steel Energy off of there. But they don't know that. So it is okay. Double Turbo Energy. All right, they are researching. They throw away a path, which is very good for us because that's one less thing to worry about if we ever need to start swinging with our Charizard. There we go. They get that Summoning Star online. They are going to get to take a prize card this turn, but that's perfectly fine because we can swing back with the Snorlax, take 2 prizes, potentially get our Raikou online. Steel Energy, please? Question mark. That'll be really, really nice. Alright, so they are getting their Charizard up and running. Okay, so they will have that Charizard going, which is very scary for us. And a path. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting play. There. Interesting. Putting down the path, which means that they're going to be shutting off their ability, which means that they will have to attach more energy to attack with it, unless they want to bump their own stadium or get rid of their own stadium. Right, so see another Lightning Energy, which I'm fine throwing on here because we definitely want to get the knockout this turn. We want to Flower Selecting. We want to get Sableye, right? That is actually a very interesting option. I really want to get that Sableye, but at the same time, that Scoop Up Net is very, very tempting. This is going to send out there, but I think we do go for the Scoop Up Net because then that lets us get the 10 into the Lost Zone. We can do this. We can Flower Selecting. Energy Recycler, obvious choice there because that thing's useless. We can even put down the Sableye and threaten that. And now we can Scoop Up Net the Comfey. We can do this. I think actually putting down the Comfey is fine. And then Thumping Snore, 180 damage, more than enough. Take that knockout. Well, not necessarily more than enough. All right, so Steel Energy, please, can we get one? We do not! Unfortunate. That is unfortunate. We can start sprinkling damage, though. Which is fine, because next turn we can definitely start sprinkling damage. So that's perfectly okay. We even get a chorus. Alright, so... Alright, as to be expected, we do stay asleep, but that's perfectly fine. They're most likely going to be taking a knockout this turn anyway. We see an Evolution Incense for a Lugia VStar. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Alright, so we want to try our best to put 3 damage onto that, I think. Capture Energy? What are we dragging out? What are we dragging out? Yeah. Dunsparce? That's perfectly fine, my friend. Give me a nice free prize. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the free prize card with my Sableye. I appreciate you. Alright, so we are definitely going to be playing a Clara this turn because all of our Psychic Energy are gone. Wait, no. Yes, yeah, that's right. One was prized. So this Psychic Energy is going to go away. So I think we're going to Clara for the Cramorant. I mean, there's no reason not to get Cramorant, Snorlax, Psychic Energy, Fire Energy back. So yeah, that seems good. Seems good. Alright. So, do you have enough energy to really get Radigus going, bro? Wow. Just throwing everything. Alright, so they're going to swing here. Oh, wait! I don't think that they realize what they did! There's still path in play! They can't attack! They can't attack! Come on, Big Lax! Oh, Big Lax does not wake up! That's unfortunate! But that's okay. We get a rope! Oh, can you ask for even more? Can you ask for better? You know, can you really ask for better? Oh, that's beautiful! That's beautiful. And I am not getting rid of that until the perfect time has come. So I'm going to put this on here. And I'm fine just going right back into Snorlax and just swinging again. We can save our Claras until we need them. Oh, look at that. We even get the last Psychic Energy. Probably should have actually done that before, but, you know, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We are just doing fine. Big Lax is coming in clutch. We can actually, I think Chorus is good here. We can take that. We can take that. And we can take that too, because why not? We have the Lost Vacuum. We're in a pretty good position right here, y'all. We are in a pretty good position. Maybe we'll even get that coveted Steel Energy. That would be super duper nice. Do we get it? There's 2 of you in here. No, still no Steel Energy. Damn it. All right. Oh, the Lugia VStar comes up. The Lugia VStar comes into play. All right. I think our path is clear. Wait, we hit a double heads. Let's go, Big Lax. Let's freaking go, baby. I was so thinking forward to my next turn that I didn't even think about that. Dang. Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. So they're me swinging heavy, but that is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine, my friends. Perfectly fine. Because we get to do some fun stuff next turn with our good friend Sableye. And they get rid of their own path. They are finally rectifying their mistake. Alright. So we do get to do this. We could thin some cards. No reason not to. Get some cards out of that deck. Get a Chorus. Why not? Definitely not going to be using it. We can retreat into you. We're just thinning cards. Thinning cards at this point. We do not need any of these cards. I should have flower selecting first. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I was thinking too far ahead. Too far ahead. We lost mine here. Alright, and we can get a nice 60 damage onto you. We can get a nice 30 damage onto you. And we can also get a nice 30 damage onto you, because why not? And, yeah. Surely, this is the steel energy that we need. 2 out of 3. Surely. There it is, baby. Let's go. All right. Now, do I even want to take the knockout with Raikou? We waited so long. We waited so long for it. All right, how many gates do I have down now? I think I still have 1 gate in the deck, right? We have 1 gate here, 1 gate in the discard, 1 gate in the thing. Oh, the Marnie! No! That's so unfortunate. Oh, man. But we get a gate, so we're perfectly fine. We are perfectly fine. He's gonna retreat. No! No, why would you do that to us? Why would you do that to us? Okay. All right. There it is. There it is. It's fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine. It's fine. Because we can do some fun stuff here. So we can do this. We can do this. Go get our one of Comfey. This is going to shuffle the deck. We're doing good. We have our freaking, we have our fire energy. We have our steel energy. I also just realized we don't have our Charizard. Very, very interesting. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine, guys. Because we are going to hard rip the Clara right here. Oh, look at that. Oh, I'm a god. We're going to get that Sableye. We're going to get you. We're going to get the fire energy, because why not? Maybe we get the Charizard off of this prize card. That would be freaking epic. And, sure, why not? Let's get a Cram. Let's get a big man Cram. All right, so let's put this down. Let's put this down. You know what? I'm going to Mirage Gate, because I'm going to make this the threat. He is the threat. He says, what are you going to do about it? What are you gonna do about it? What can you do about it, you know? Especially because your Charizard can't attack next turn. Your Charizard can't attack next turn. And I'm going to knock out your dude on the bench. What are you gonna do about it? Is there anything else I want to do? I could put down the Cram. I think that's fine. Because we're gonna Lost Mine here. And we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do some more damage and some more damage. And we are going to put them in a very, very bad position. Because now, another Sableye. And we even get the Charizard. Fantastic. Even Charizard can blow up anything on the field. So we are in a very big winning position, despite that Marnie. Alright, so they can retreat here. They can get a knockout with the Regigigas. But, of course, we have game in hand. So, there is that. So, you saw the power of the Raikou. Just sat on the bench, did nothing the entire game. And they still had to respect the Raikou. They had no choice. Oh, no. Are we going to get Marnied again? Don't do it to me. No! Why would you do it to me? Oh, no. Oh, we did shuffle the deck. So we do have another Clara in the deck. Okay, we don't get it. Unfortunate. Why would you do this to me? Oh, no. Alright, so they're going to have to hard retreat. They are just thinning the deck. So we do have technically 2 turns. We do have technically 2 turns to play with here. So we are relatively okay. Alright. They are just thinning their hand and their deck. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. amazing destruction Eviltal coming in as well. Completely useless at this point. They have burned through all of their energies. There we go. Big retreats. Paying that for that Regigigas. Alright. Now right here, we don't want to actually shuffle the deck before we go for the flower selecting. If we shuffle the deck, that means that all the other cards that were on the bottom of it, and we just get the claw anyway. We just get the claw anyway. We're good. Let's see if we get what we wanted anyway. So we even get a Raihan. What was in this? Is there fire energy in here? No, there's no fire energy in here. That's fine. That's fine. There. Sure. All right. Woo. Anyway, sorry for getting about to sneeze. But that's fine. We get it anyway. We get to that dub because now we can just send out our good friend Sableye. This card is broken. We all know it. We can retreat. We can go into friggin' Sableye. And now we can Lost Mine. Take our last prize on that good buddy right over there. 70 damage. And then, why not? We'll just throw the rest onto here. And that, my friends, is a GG. Very long, grindy games. I hope you guys enjoyed it, though. Enjoyed them, though, nonetheless. This deck has a ton of moving parts. It is not easy to play, but it is incredibly fun. And it does really well against Lugia as long as you can, get going, because, they really want to trade up or they want to trade even. They really don't have a ton of steam, especially when you can knock them out in one big hit. But that's going to be it, though. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of this deck. Does it have too much going on? I think so, but damn it, it's fun, and that's cool, and it has a pretty decent matchup against the best deck in the format. So there's that. Like, comment, sub, all that fun stuff. I love you all. Deuces.